Have you ever had a dream that you could do you want you could do so you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
I cracked the code. Boom. 2 months later, I won my second federal government contract. 7 racks. Profit to me for work I ain't even doing. Peace out, gas station. I don't know what you talking about no more. But I'm gonna tell y'all the backstory. It took me 3 years to win my first federal government contract. Most people can't even do stuff without 2 weeks without getting paid. You can't even do it. The endurance ain't there. Your IQ level is super low. It's low. 3 years. Can you do that? No money. The woe is me moments is happening to me. I am beating myself up. Yo, Jay, I don't think you can do this. Yo, Jay, you gotta listen to these other people telling you what make you think you can get government contracts and not do the work.
This was Jason White, a high school graduate with a PhD in street smarts but lacking in direction and passion. His life took an unexpected turn when he was introduced to the world of federal government contracts.
I'm a real one. I didn't grow up in the hood. I just walked down to the hood. There's a lot of people out there like that. Yeah, I'm in the hood. I do this, I do that. I ain't grow up in the hood. My mama made sure I ain't grow up in the hood, but the hood was so attractive to me, I'm gonna go see what they talking about.
His journey began in the most unlikely of places, the outskirts of the hood. After a stint in military jail, Jason found himself pumping gas, pedaling his bicycle, and trying to be the best at what he did. Unbeknownst to him, his life was about to take a drastic turn.
My mentality was messed up so bad. When I got out the brig and got back in and couldn't get a job and was working at the gas station, I still felt like I had to do those hood things. Anybody know what the brig is? That's military jail. I did 2 years in the brig. We talk about having time to yourself. Your boy sitting in there like, hey, I gotta get it together. So I worked at the gas station. My man come up and say, hey, yo, I'm gonna get a federal government contract in trucking. Who knows what a federal government contract is? It's where the federal government looks to procure products and services by small businesses. So when he told me that, I ain't have no clue what he was talking about. Same night, my dog got locked up in federal prison.
Jason was left with no choice but to navigate the uncharted territory of federal contracts. For 3 years, Jason studied, applied, and was persistent. But what does this journey teach us? Jason White, the gas station attendant turned successful federal government contractor, tells us that changing your mindset changes your environment, and success follows suit.
Before we get into this captivating story, we are going to elaborate on a movie that not only outlines the possibilities of doing business with the federal government, but defines what it takes for anyone to be successful and take advantage of the opportunity to work with the United States government. The U.S. military's procurement system is the process of acquiring goods, services, or works to perform duties and missions. In 1978, the Department of Defense replaced the word procurement with contracts to better communicate contracting as part of a larger process.
Do you have any questions?
I have a question. What does AEY stand for?
What do you mean, like Morley?
No, I mean, what do the letters mean?
Fucking. What does IBM stand for? Nothing. It just sounds professional.
Actually, IBM stands for International Business Machines.
What'd you say?
IBM stands for International Business Machines.
Get the fuck out of here. Serious, you're not gonna work here. Get the fuck out of my office, you fucking nerd! Go! And for the record, AY doesn't stand for anything.
Jonah Hill and Miles Teller played the infamous characters in this movie that was inspired by a true story.
Most people that talk about federal government contracting, state level and local level, they make it extremely hard. All you have to do is this. Get an LLC, get a DUNS number, get your EIN number, and you ready.
By capturing Jason White's journey and the essence of the federal code, this documentary has the potential to be both informative and inspiring, leaving you with a newfound understanding of the world of government contracting and the power of entrepreneurial vision.
There is something to watching a story about people who make it rich, make something big without following the rules of the world.
So much you could do anything?
Their lack of experience cost them ridiculous money that the government pays contractors to transport cargo around the world.
We're tad concerned with your performance history against a deal of this size.
But after meeting you two face to face, we feel like we're in good hands on this one.
We won't let you down, sirs.
Not to mention your bid was far too attractive for us to pass up.
What did you mean by that exactly?
He means you boys lowballed the entire industry.
By how much?
You guys came in $53 million lower than the nearest competition.
Oh, okay.
This is a unique business model, and all you have to do is have a business registered through the federal government, hire contractors to do all the work, then charge a commission on top of their estimate.
What's some of the good businesses that government contracts always come available for?
Yeah, industry, so IT, construction, lawn care services, armed and unarmed security. Those are your top government contracts on all levels that the federal government will always, and transportation. They will always look for those type of contracts year in and year out. Like heavy though, like heavy.
You do not have to physically touch the products. All you have to do is be the business that can supply that service. The movie War Dogs was a true story about two guys managing a government contracting business.
Your boy in 2008 got bad credit. I don't have no money. I'm rough around the edges. My vernacular's crazy. I can't spell worth a lick. I still can't spell. Right now. I don't even care about none of that. One thing I quickly noticed and identified is when I was in high school and I was a class clown. When I was in high school and I got my way out of being suspended. I knew I could communicate very well, and I knew at certain times I could articulate my message the way I could be persuasive to another person. Obviously, all of that came into play as I'm dealing with these government officials.
You boys lowballed the shit out of your competition.
By how much?
Millions.
Just for me, I'm curious, how many millions?
Well, technically, we're not supposed to discuss that with you. But what the hell? $53 million lower than the nearest competition.
Motherfucker!
We're okay. Look at the bright side. For once, the American taxpayer is getting a good deal on a defense contract.
Man, fuck the American taxpayer.
Though this is the other side of doing business with the U.S. government.
It's not about what you can do, it's about what you can manage. Can I manage the work on this government contract or can I manage the company that's gonna do the work on my government contract?
Jason decided to just cater to the services that the government needed to fulfill and hire small businesses to fulfill those services.
I like to go over service-based solicitations and not product-based solicitations. Service-based solicitations bring you residual income because when you get a service done month after month after month, guess what's happening? You're creating residual income. You're getting those streams of income that people talk about for work that you did a long time ago for the next 3 to 4 to 5 years.
After appearing on numerous podcasts around the country, Jason has made a name for himself and even stood beside big-name celebrities to spread his message.
Everyone has the ability to get federal contracts, right?
100%.
Jason White's journey is an inspiring testament to the power of vision, dedication, and expertise.
So you heard about the federal code course, you heard about the blueprint, you seen my 4,600 students getting it in. Can you please just throw out there the value of your contract?
2.1 million.
What we talking about right now? 2.1 million. It's your man Jay White, first name, last name. I made last year alone in the first 6 months 1.2 million. Those are my numbers. My 4,600 students are learning the exact process on how I got that dollar amount within the first 6 months of last year. You ready?
He has transformed the lives of countless entrepreneurs and empowered businesses and left an indelible mark on the world of government contracting.
I got 2 ears and 1 mouth. Y'all know what that means? I listen twice as much as I talk. So I'm gonna hear what you're saying, and then I'm gonna respond accurately. I step to board meetings like this, and they judge me. Of course. I started talking a little hood. Of course, he don't know what he's talking about. Of course. Next thing you know, when I start to talk though, and it's money talk, they gotta listen to me.
Talk to an expert who knows how to get federal contracts. And if you've ever seen a request for proposal for government contracts, they seem incredibly complex. But after talking to Jason White of the federal code, it really sounds much easier and much more attainable than it sounded in the past.
Remember, while the information available narrows down the possibilities, pinpointing Jason White's exact origins remains a puzzle piece missing.
I'm from a place called Norfolk, Virginia, by way of Baltimore. But now I'm in Houston, and I'm doing my thing out there, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've been doing government contracting as the middle person, meaning I get the government contract and I subcontract it right out. I don't see the work, I don't touch the work, don't see the workers doing the work.
However, his impact and contributions speak volumes, painting a picture of a remarkable individual who is changing the game for businesses and government contracting alike.
Jason is an expert in the federal contracting process. He has nearly 13 years experience helping businesses succeed with federal government contracts, and Jason is the authority in formulating strategies to increase approval in federal government contract bids.
His story serves as a beacon for aspiring government contractors, urging them to unlock their potential and navigate the complex world of federal procurement with confidence.
My big evolution was learning that a lot of these small companies don't even know how to get government contracts themselves. So that was my cherry on top. Hey, I'm getting a government contract. If I get awarded, would you like to help me out with this contract? And that does two things. That's steady work for that company, steady work that they weren't getting, and they're getting in bed with a new business partner who just happens to be working with the federal government.